bringing you the news and information you need from the people making a difference. This is Comcast Newsmakers.
Well, I'm glad you could join us. As we all know, the Napa Valley area is one of the most beautiful areas in the world. And right now we have Terence Mulligan is here. He can verify that. He's president of the Napa Valley Community Foundation. And Terence, you're involved in helping a number of groups, I understand, right?
We are indeed. The Napa Valley Community Foundation is a nonprofit corporation built by and for the people of Napa County. And broadly speaking, we invest donors' money in nonprofit programs in Napa County that span a range of things from poverty to health to the arts to education and after-school programs. So we do a little bit of everything on our best days, and we try to bring our donors together to sort of focus resources on particular challenges that we face in Napa County.
What do you do on your worst days?
Oh, on our worst days, you know, our balance sheet shrinks because of the economic situation, but we're resilient, and we're fortunate in Napa County because there's a lot of civic spirit there, and there's a lot of wealth there. There's a number of families who really believe ardently in that place and who invest in it and who want to protect what they treasure about it. And so we're able to, you know, sort of organize some of those families to get capital that we can use to invest in nonprofit programs that really sort of raise the water level for all the people in the community.
An example of a nonprofit that you have helped for would be what?
Well, in the last couple of years, we've been very focused on basic human needs as the economy sort of came off the rails, as people got crunched on their subprime mortgages and lost their jobs. What we noticed is that ordinary people who used to be in the bottom of the middle class were plunging into poverty. And what we did is we rallied our donor base and we invested about $800,000 over the course of the last 2 years in things like the food bank and the family centers, which are the first stop for people who are needing to access public benefits or who've never accessed public benefits before and are trying to find their way through a system that they're kind of not that excited to be interfacing with. We brought in resources to specifically help with home foreclosure because in Napa County there wasn't an agency, a nonprofit agency, that was specifically trying to help people navigate, and even people who are sophisticated borrowers have trouble understanding what their options are with respect to, you know, their mortgages. So those are some examples.
So people, do they come to you and say, look, we're having trouble, I've lost my job, my home is like this, I'm not sure if I can keep it or not, I've got 3 children, how can you help me? Does that kind of thing happen or not?
We're more of a wholesaler. So the people that knock on our doors are the valiant and generally underpaid folks who run local nonprofit organizations. So the executive director of a particular nonprofit, which is struggling to serve those people that you just described. And our doors are open. We really believe in making ourselves available to people to have the conversations about what we can do to help and whether we can mobilize our donor base to address a particular need in the community. So.
Suppose somebody opens up, you mentioned art, they open up a small art store where people bring in and sell their paintings. It's a non-profit, maybe the money goes to a charity or something like that. That kind of thing you would help?
Well, yeah, we would take an earnest look at it. I mean, there are 600 nonprofits incorporated in Napa County.
Wow,
and
600.
Absolutely, and we invest a lot of time and energy in trying to understand what they do and why they do what they do and how they'll know in a year or 2 or 10 years if they've been successful in accomplishing their mission. And our donors are interested in that information because as much as people love to give away money for reasons of the heart, increasingly I think they want to understand what impact they're having. And so in some ways we look like an investment bank or an equity research arm that's out there meeting with the management of nonprofits to really understand who's making a difference.
Okay, well, Terence, nice to have you here. You're doing work that obviously people need, especially these days. Terence Mulligan's been our guest, and he is president of the Napa Valley Community Foundation. Thanks for joining us. Thanks, Terence.
Thanks so much, Jack.
Nice job.